Thank you, my Yunita. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time, everyone. I'm very happy to join this webinar regarding the Somacore and how we, as a KI and CI Timor-Leste, working in the Lesser Sunda Seascape. In the special term, we will share to you regarding the golden triangle of the coral triangle. Can you see my presentation, guys?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I am Tutus Wijanarko from Conservasi Indonesia as a IKI Somakor project lead. I am leading the project that very interesting to support the CTI CFF, especially in the Lesser Sunda Seascape. We're working with the Indonesia and Timor-Leste, and I think almost 1.5 years we working closely with the partners in Indonesia and Timor-Leste. So I just want to share regarding the spatial context of the Lesser Sunda Seascape. As we know, in the Coral Triangle, we have a three seascape in this initiative that was consist for Sulu Sulawesi Seascape in the yellow one between the Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. And also we have the pink one regarding the Bismarck Solomon Seas that was consist from Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, and also Solomon Island country. And lastly, we have the Lesser Sunda Seascape. It is very interesting because, in this map, we know that the Indonesia as a part in the three seascape and also in the Lesser Sunda Seascape, we share area with Timor Leste, and in especially you can see in the map that in the bottom in the blue one in Indonesia, the meaning of the Lesser Sunda consists of four provinces from Bali in west, Bali province, and then West Nusa Tenggara, East Nusa Tenggara, and also some part of the Maluku province in Wetar. And also we share marine or area together with the Timor Leste in the Timor Island. As you can see, Timor Island consists of East Nusa Tenggara and also Timor Leste country. In the specific region, our title like the Coral Triangle in Coral Triangle, because as we know, Lesser Sunda is like the in the central of the Coral Triangle area, and when we closely seeing the Lesser Sunda seascape in the blue one area between Indonesia and Timor Leste, we have the Salat Ombay, Ombay Strait that was consists from Atauro, Wetar, and the Timor Island, and also the Alor Island. So it is very interesting because from our discussion with the partners with the government, we identify and we need to we need to find where is the pilot area that we need to more collaborate in the Lesser Sunda Seascape, and we agree that between the Indonesia and Timor Leste government and partners that Ombay Strait as our pilot area in the Lesser Sunda Seascape as like the triangle in the Lesser Sunda, and also I think it's like the triangle in the Coral Triangle. It's very important to our area in the two countries. So the second question is like why we need to share our marine area, why we need to share our ocean, because when you see marine as just usual you see, this is like just just water that with the blue color that leverage in the big area. But when we deep dive in the marine, in the ocean, we can see so many marine life that live in the area, like the fish, coral reef, and then so many marine migratory species that live in there. This is very important because Lesser Sunda is like part of the global marine biodiversity in the global and also in the coral triangle. From our research in 2022 between KI and CI Timor Leste, we find it that the coral reef ecosystem in Lesser Sunda, especially in Ombay Strait, is very resilient regarding the climate change, and also so many biomass coral reef fish that we found from the scientists from the expedition, and also three key ecosystem in the coastal and marine, like the mangrove, seagrass, and coral reef was available in the area. And the second one is like why the Lesser Sunda is very important to we share as a country in Indonesia and Timor Leste, because from our research from CI and KI, we seeing that the in the Lesser Sunda as like to as a corridor of the marine migratory species such as pygmy blue whale, and also whale shark that was coming swimming from the Australia, and then they swimming in Safusi, and then continue in Ombay Strait, and then swimming until in Banda Sea, and also in the Papua in Raja Ampat. I think it's very important area because, as you know, in Safusi, in in Ombay Strait, it's very busy traffic regarding the shipping. So it is very important to we can navigate and manage the area to protect the marine migratory corridor in the Lesser Sunda. And also we think that ocean in the Lesser Sunda seascape is very important because so many people, local community in the coastal, depending on the health ecosystem in marine in the Lesser Sunda seascape regarding the fishery stock and also activities to support the sustainable marine tourism that we built in the area. And also the important thing is like Indonesia, especially in East Nusa Tenggara, in Timor Island and in Timor Leste, coming from the same route, is like the Tetun tribe that was our root in Indonesia, especially in Nusa Tenggara, East Nusa Tenggara, and also in Timor Leste. So this is very important because actually at the moment they have similar characteristic communities, and in the context of the marine and coastal and marine managed area, they have like local wisdom to protect and to manage the area that we can protect with the SASI or Tarabando. It's like the open closed system to manage the fisheries in the ocean. So this is very important to we share together our ocean to next generation in Indonesia and Timor Leste. So we know that in the context of the multilateral agreement, multilateral partnership, we have faced some challenge regarding the capacity to manage the large marine or ocean in the CTI in the Coral Triangle Initiative. So we think that we need to bridging facilitate the gap with some learning exchange, some sharing knowledge between the not only connecting with the area, but also the important thing is like how we can facilitate and supporting the MPA managers in some area in Indonesia and Timor Leste to sit together and sharing together about the challenge, about about the initiative, about the strategy, about the plan, how we can serve and protect together our ocean in each country. Because as we know, to protect the ocean, so many approach that we have in the global context. One of is like to building the marine protected area with the zonation plan and the management plan uh, that used to people to more aware about the sustainability in the marine resource use in the ocean or in the marine protected area. So we just suggest to connect the people in the MPA as MPA managers, not only MPA managers but also the local communities, and then the private sector, the partners, the NGOs to sit together and sharing together about our planning, our share, our initiative, and also our challenge that we have in each area. Because it's very interesting in Ombay Strait we have several MPAs in Indonesia and Timor Leste. uh, Especially in Timor Leste we focus in Atauro Island that was have I think like 12 until 13 MPAs in there. So we will connect it with the others MPA in Indonesia, such as in the Alor, in Wetar, and the Welu. That very interesting because MPA network we need because the marine migratory species not have the ID card. Fish not have ID card, so we need to protect the ocean with the MPA. But we not just connecting the area but also the people that manage the area. So we need to collaborate with the people in the country in the MPS. This is the like the example that we do in the Somacor project. We working together with the government in Papua in Raja Ampat. Just last week, we facilitate KINCI Timor Leste facilitate government in Indonesia and Timor Leste. In Indonesia, from three province, I think, from East Nusa Tenggara, Maluku province, and also from the Sumatra, West Sumatra. We sit together with the government from Timor Leste in a municipality district. We learn about how how building the MPA authority in Raja Ampat. We discuss with the MPA managers in Raja Ampat, and we just visited the several places in Raja Ampat, especially in the village that was developed like the sustainable marine tourism, community-based tourism in Arborek, and then we discuss.
Nice. Tutus,
Yeah.
really sorry, but the slide hasn't been moving in our screen.
Oh, really? Uh, in my screen is like for regarding the Raja Ampat.
Yeah. Right now we are we're still seeing the first slide on the spatial context.
Sorry. Yeah.
Perhaps if you could reshare it again. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. Can you see my screen now regarding the maps?
Yeah, we're on the yeah, we're seeing the Raja Ampat slide right now.
How about previously slide? You can see or just in the first slide?
Yeah, previously we can only see the first slide, the special context.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I think we can continue, Miss.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I will continue. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, this is our last activity regarding the learning exchange in Raja Ampat. We learn together with the MPA authorities in Raja Ampat. We learn about how to develop the MPA authorities, and also we visited the several several villages in Raja Ampat to learn about the community-based tourism that they have in Raja Ampat, like Arborek Village, very interesting because they have several accommodation that they built from the budget from the initiate from the communities in there. Collaboration with the government in village and also in with MPA authority in Raja Ampat. And also we learning about the Manta Dev spot, Manta Dev point, like Manta Sandy, they name it, like we can see the Manta in Raja Ampat near the Arborek. So we need to register first to the MPA authority, and also they have like the quota to the diver that will coming, and it is very interesting because they very they very focus on the sustainability of the Manta and also sustainability of the marine tourism in the Raja Ampat with the Manta spot diving. And the next plan, we need to identify more more the learning exchange place like Alor, I think Alor, Nusa Penida, and also we have a Teluk Saleh to learn in the different terms, different contexts regarding the MPAs in side of the government, side of the local communities, and also side in the private sector. Because it is very interesting because in core of the multilateral partnership is like how we can sit together, sharing together, and discuss together, and tackle together the several issues that we have in the same page, and also we can come up with the several things strategy to we can implement together as a partners in Lesser Sunda, and also we can tackle in each country as a country. So thank you so much from your time. Terima kasih, obrigado Barak. Thank you. After that, my colleagues from KINCI will sharing more detail about our initiative and our work in the Lesser Sunda Seascape. Back to you, Yunita. Thank you.